Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, hi, my name is Alyssa. I build Lego sets, and just recently I started a new series called the Saturday series where I film lifestyle-ish type videos, so go check out the first one. I just posted it on Saturday. But this is going to be part 2 of my building of the Mandalorian helmet, so I'm just going to get started with that. Alright, we're done with part 3. Getting a little closer. Got the stand and the back of his helmet. Okay, now on to part 4. I have a couple more left. So I got to do a couple new things this time, although it wasn't very many. So while I was there, Starbucks released their lavender, and I have been waiting for the lavender drinks to come out. I heard a couple years ago that Starbucks was working on some lavender things, and my favorite drink of all time is lavender lemonades. There's this place when I was younger I used to get them from, and I haven't had them since. No one typically has stuff like that. I've been waiting for Starbucks to bring it around, and so the first day that I was in the parks was the day that they released it. I was so glad that I was one of the first ones and I could have it my whole trip. So obviously I had to order one, the lavender lemonade. And it was absolutely delicious. It's very sugary. So if you want to try it, be fair warned, there's a lot of sugar, but I think they're delicious. So, and of course I also had to get my coffee every day, so had the new lavender coffee thing that they got. That was pretty good too. But when I was ordering it, a lot of the baristas didn't know how to code it, or they're very caught off guard when I ordered it. I've been waiting for lavender. So that was really cool that I got to try that finally. Yeah, of course at Starbucks I also had to get my croissant donut. The croissant donut has such a chokehold on me, I swear. I have to get it every time I'm in Epcot because Epcot's the only one that sells them. And then Starbucks also had a new breakfast thing. It was like a potato cheddar chives bites. Oh, they were so good. So I'm thinking of trying to figure out how to make those because it doesn't seem like it'd be that hard to make at home. So those were delicious. And then continuing in Epcot, I think that's where I majority did like a couple new things. So I went to the Germany restaurant that they have. It's like a buffet style, and you get to try all their food and everything. And they basically, it's like Oktoberfest all year round. So that's kind of like the celebration that they have in the restaurant. And so they also have like a stage and people perform and you can go out and dance. And it was really cool to see all of their like instruments. I don't know what it's called, but it looks like a super long, like it's like a long horn thing. So basically they stand on stage and this instrument is like, it's like a trumpet where you like blow it out of your mouth and it goes all the way down to the floor. I don't know what it's called, but that was really cool to see. And the bells, like I don't know. It was really cool. And then I also went in America this time. Like I usually don't spend too much time in that one because obviously like we're already there, so. But I did the President's thing. It's like a show basically. And that was actually really cool to see. Like I'm glad that I did that and how they did their animatronics and told the story. It was really cool. Let's see, what else new did I do? Oh, so I finally watched Fantasmic for the first time in Disneyworld. Like I've seen it in Disneyland many, many times, but I've never seen the one in Disneyworld. And I think I like the Disneyworld one so much better. I really like how you sit in bleachers, you're not standing, trying to find space between these people on the ground, and I don't know. That's the thing that kind of sucks about Disneyland, I guess Fantasmic, is everyone's just kind of crowded. You have to stand and find a spot, and you have to hope that parents don't put their kids on their shoulders. I mean, I get why you do it, but it sucks for everyone else behind you. It was really nice how in Disney World, I just went whenever I wanted to go wait for Fantasmic, and there were bleachers, and I got to sit, and everyone can see everything because they're bleachers. So that was really nice. And the show itself was pretty cool too. Like, it's definitely different than Disneyland, like the whole show, I guess. But it does have some similarities with like the dragon and all that. But I really liked the Moana part. I think that one was my favorite. I think that was all for like the new stuff that I did. But yeah, I kind of started talking about how busy it was and I didn't really finish. So yeah, the first couple days I was there, not very busy. Monday through Friday, that midweek, so busy, so hot, so crazy. The Flight of Passage was 230 minutes at one point, and I was not liking it. So I ended up going home early a couple times and going back to the hotel, and it was so hot too. Like, that darn humidity gets me. But then after that week was, Saturday, so everyone who was on spring break was going home, and I predicted that this was going to happen. and I think it was in Animal Kingdom, and I have never seen it so empty. I basically walked on Flight of Passage. I've never been able to do that before. I got through that park in a couple hours, and then I decided to park hop. I just could not believe how empty everything was. And then Sunday was St. Patrick's Day, and I was in Magic Kingdom, and kind of the same thing. It was not very busy because I think everyone who was there went to Epcot, which that would make complete sense. So yeah, after St. Patrick's Day, I was there for a couple more days, and then I went back home. And those last couple days too were not very busy. It was just so nice. But it went by so fast. It always does. But it was also very nice to be home because I was so tired the whole time trying to rope drop, and it gets exhausting after a while, but it's so much fun being there. But I had another, I mean, it wasn't as bad, but another kind of crazy flight home again. Well, even before I left. So the day that I left, the hotel that I was staying at, it was Pop Century, and they have an arcade inside the hotel. And there was something going on with the ticket system, so all the arcade games were free. So that was kind of really cool to do that right before I left. But then when I was at the airport, you know, everyone boarded, or at least half of them did, and then the pilot went on the intercom and said that, oh, you know, they're doing construction where we're landing, so they're limiting the amount of planes that can be landing at that time, so we now have to sit on our tarmac for another hour before we can leave. So that really sucked. More waiting, more airport, just the travel to and from just kind of was really sucky overall. But I made it, and I was not sick or dying or anything like that, so I guess it wasn't that bad. But trying to get off, trying to get going, there is this rowdy kid that is sitting in front of me and could not sit still, but all of a sudden he starts to get real quiet, and I'm like, oh, it's coming. I know it's coming. All of a sudden he starts throwing up in this paper bag that they give you. It's right in front of me, and the dad's like shaking it at the flight attendant, like, what do you want me to do with this? And it's smelling up the whole place, and so that really sucked. But eventually I got there and landed and finally home. Oh my gosh, my cats miss me so much. They ran to the door as soon as I got home, and they're being so clingy, like even now. My cats are just so sweet, and they're so cute. But I definitely miss them. But now that I've been back for a couple days, I already miss Disney, and I want to go back, but it's gonna be so hot, so I'm gonna hold off on traveling for a little bit. Well, maybe like a couple months, and then I'm thinking of going like in the end of the year. I also want to do Disneyland Paris, and I want to wait until after the Olympics are done, because the Olympics are going to be this year in Paris. So I don't really know. I don't really have too many plans coming up for traveling yet. Just a bunch of ideas, and we'll just kind of see as time goes what I end up deciding. Alright, we're done with part 4. We've got one more to go. Looks like just the front is left. Alright, we are finally done. Turned out so cool. Rose helmet. I really like the helmets. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys next time.